everyone, it's me, YD28. Welcome back to my channel for another Sims 2 Pleasantview house renovation, redecoration. Yeah, today we're doing the Pleasant household. This is where Angela Pleasant and Dustin Broke live with their son, Dylan Broke. And, oh, excuse me, I burped. I'm disgusting. My God. Oh my gosh. This house has gone through a couple renovations. Since season 1, the original house, it was just weird. The layout of this house is weird. It's not ideal at all. 0%. I don't really like it, but I didn't really change the layout or the architecture of the house itself because I just kind of wanted to give it a bit of a freshen upness. So, a lot of the palette I'm using, not the palette, but the collection I'm using is from the Country Style Living collection. Lots of pinks and blues and greens and very homely. Angela, this is all Angela's doing. Dustin essentially has no, his touch. I didn't really want to use the word touch, but his style is not incorporated into this house, like, whatsoever. This is purely Angela. He doesn't really care. He kind of said, like, Angela, you do whatever you want. Like, I'm just gonna be here, because he's barely here anyways, so he doesn't really care what the house looks like. He doesn't care at all. So that's fine. Angela was like, whatever, I'll just make it however I'd like to do. So that's what we did. So yeah, lots of country style because Angela is essentially an old soul. She is a very, very old soul that likes floral patterns and things like that. And that's cool. That's fine. Angela is one of those Sims, though, who's like, she's hard to get an understanding of, and she's hard to kind of relate to because she's so quote-unquote perfect. She wants things a certain way and she's not really willing to take a risk on anything. She didn't even want to have a kid until she was like really, really good in her career, and that's kind of what made her marriage shaky, I'll be honest. And like, Dustin wanted a kid sooner because he, you know, he likes kids, but like he grew up, he helped raise his brothers, so he knew and was comfortable with how to do that. Whereas Angela, she was like putting so much pressure on herself and so much pressure on Dustin to get to a certain point in their careers where they could, they would be okay, and then it just was a matter of collecting money, and they were just collecting and collecting and collecting, and it wasn't doing much. And then her parents passed away, and she felt awful that she didn't get to give them a grandchild, because they never really spent time with Lilith's kids. Lysa and Dylan. Dylan never even met his grandparents, on Lilith's side, but Lysa, I don't think, met her or spoke to her grandparents at all. So Mary Sue and Daniel essentially didn't even meet their grandkids at all, and that's kind of shitty. Poopy, sorry, not swearing. I will say, if we reverse a smidgen back, don't reverse, but the back sitting room where we used to have the workout equipment is one of my favorite areas in the house, and I forgot to take a picture of that for the slideshow at the end, so my bad. But we're into the living room right now. I also kept the rooms the same. I guess I could have rearranged them slightly, but it works out this way, so it's totally fine. I really, really like the house. Again, I'm really enjoying renovating these houses. It just gives it a fresh perspective and makes it more refreshing and more fun to play with for the LPs. I will say that this, I stopped multiple times. I stopped multiple times. I needed a break. I needed a refresh. It was hard for me to continue with the houses because I was getting bored with the renovations. But now that it's all done, I'm pretty happy with it. I will say, like, I've paused right now, and now I've come back because I think I was looking at something else because I was doing something else as I was renovating. That's how much excitement I have for this house. Can you tell? I think this is one of the least looking forward to families I have to play. But Dustin and Angela, they're going to have some drama coming up. Dustin has been, distant. He's been distant. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm struggling with finding words right now. He's been distant. He goes out late at night. Angela's not happy about it. And I say this at the end of the round, but I'm really seeing similarities between Mary Sue Pleasant and Daniel Pleasant and Angela and Dustin right now. That Angela is seeing and feeling like how her mother must have felt knowing that Daniel, her husband, was being unfaithful to her, because Mary Sue Pleasant knew. And at the end, Daniel did choose to stay with Mary Sue, which was surprising for me. I thought he would have left and like hung out with Kaylin Langerak, but we have Kaylin here, and I think I kind of screwed up for season 1, if I backtrack a little bit, that I didn't take Kaylin out. I think a couple of you have noted that Kaylin Langerak is not in the town. She's still a maid, and she's still like doing these things. And we've kind of lost the opportunity for her to be with the people that she was with and hooking up with before, like Don Lothario and Daniel Pleasant, because Daniel Pleasant is dead. But maybe she'll make a reappearance in this season and be hooking up with some people, some new people. Who knows? So Angela, I think, is feeling like Mary Sue, and is feeling, she tried so hard to make her life perfect, because that's how she's been growing up her entire life. Everything had to be perfect. Everything had to be at the right time. There was no mistakes, nothing like that. And she put so much pressure on herself that now it's starting to crack underneath her, and it's making it very difficult for her to hold onto her reality. It's slipping away from her, and I think that we're going to see an interesting side of Angela when her world comes crashing down. Dustin has been getting close with Dina Goth and Malcolm Landgrab, and I don't know what that's going to lead to, but I think it's going to lead to some exciting things. This bathroom also turned out pretty good. I'm pretty proud of it. I did some things that were neato. This mirror does not line up with the sink no matter what you do, so I had to swap that out because that was going to annoy me. But then I did a curtain over the mirror, and then I take a divider and I put the divider in front of the window to hide you so they can bathe, because who has just an open window in front of the bathroom and facing the street? Like, if you want people to watch you while you're naked in the bathtub, power to you. I must also say that I really like the green wallpaper and this carpet. I really do enjoy that. And then I grabbed the Monique's computer. This is the laptop of the mod that allows you to do banking online, that allows you to transfer money. You can get bank loans and things like that, and it has been a godsend. Angela and Dustin, they set up their own bank accounts, and they actually gather deposits, which, like, you put it into a savings account and that money will actually earn interest, so that your money is actually working for you, which is freaking fantastic, especially if you have Sims on a budget. So I'm also going to do it with my my family's, like Brandy Broke's house. She put some money away. Bo Broke put some money away so that they can be saving up for a home, and that their money starts earning interest and savings for that. So that's really exciting. This room was the skill room, air quotes, but I've changed it and turned it into a guest room, which I think will get a ton of use further down these parts, especially if Dustin keeps going down the way he is. And then I actually did some work in the backyard for once. Say what? I know. I re-put in the bar and a barbecue because we didn't have one. Was putting some things around the pool. I add a hammock, which is pretty exciting. I want to get some use out of that. And then I put in a whole bunch of playground equipment because Dylan will be aging into a toddler in round 3. And I want him to have a ton of things to play with out back, and hopefully for him to make some friends. And we're getting into the slideshows now. So if you are enjoying the series, enjoy these speed redecors, do give this video a fat thumbs up, subscribe for more, share this video if you have friends that need some Sims 2 building inspiration, and I would appreciate that. I love you guys so very much. I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.